You know, just like Melo in his previous seasons with Phil Jackson while being in New York, Julius is sort of dealing with the same situation with Leon Rose, in which Rose, in his interview, he actually acknowledged that Julius did have a burden this season. Because once again, the gamble that Leon Rose took on Kemba Walker backfired. So the Knicks played the whole season without a point guard, thus causing Julius Randle to have the ball in his hands just a little bit too much. He kept receiving the ball at the three-point line or just completely out of position. No one really set him up, and then they forced him to be the creator. And this is happening all at the same time when the league had just changed the defensive rules, thus making it harder to score. And unlike the bubble season, teams are now getting enough time to practice. Let's keep in mind that was not happening during the bubble season. Teams were not practicing as much due to the COVID restrictions.
I think that it was just not being comfortable at times. I mean, it was just not being comfortable. He gave it his best effort, and he, just the three-point shot didn't go as like it did last year. I think teams keyed on him more this year, and he had, make some adjustments and carried a big burden. But I was proud of the fact that he did fight through it. Julius loves it here in New York, wants to be in New York.
Now, a great follow-up question could have been, would a point guard alleviate some of those uncomfortability issues that he had? But once again, Leon Rose had an in-house MSG interview, and he's really not going to get those tough-to-answer questions. But a lot of Julius Randle's issues this season has been from that Kemba Walker fallout. Just that plan just not working out at all. And when you combine that with Derrick Rose only playing for 6 weeks, man, you got a disaster in your hands, man. But it's very unfortunate throughout this whole interview with Leon Rose, he was not questioned about the Kemba Walker gamble that ended up backfiring on the Knicks and causing a domino effect on the rest of the team, aka RJ's inconsistency in the beginning of the year, Randle not actually getting the ball in his position, having to be the facilitator for almost the whole season, especially after Derrick Rose went down. Just him not being questioned on that and what's the next move on getting this corrected, because it is having an effect on the rest of the squad. Even Evan Fournier could end up being a better player if we get a proper point guard to distribute the ball. But once again, we must acknowledge through a lot of media games, they have put all this stuff on Julius Randle's shoulders instead. That's pretty much the burden that he referenced to in the last soundbite that I played.